Hi everyone, greetings from Costa Rica. I would like to read to you a couple of pages from my book, The Power of Unwavering Focus. It's coming out on September 6th in a few days. And I'm doing this in appreciation of you being on my mailing list. Thank you for your interest in the work that I do, for subscribing to my mailing list, and for your support. And I'd like to read you a couple of pages. If you haven't pre-ordered the book yet, I'd love to encourage you to pre-order the book. When you pre-order the book, it makes a greater impact on booksellers promoting the book. It does a greater impact than when you actually buy it once the book is out on sale. So please pre-order it. If you haven't, you'll see links in the description below. But I'd like to read you a couple of pages. I haven't read the book to anyone, and no one's seen it yet, except for a couple of people. So you'll be the first to hear a section of this book. So what I'd like to read to you today is lesson 7.2, which is on willpower, the 3 ways to develop willpower. It's a little bit of a long lesson, but I'm going to read to you method 2, which is finish it well beyond your expectations. And the reason I chose this is because that it talks a little bit, I share in here a little bit about my interaction with my guru in the monastery, and those were the most precious interactions in my life. I learned so much from him, and in this lesson I share a little story of my interaction, one of my interactions with him. So here it goes. I hope you enjoy it. Method 2, finish it well beyond your expectations. Finishing what you begin is the first stage of completion, but there's no need to stop here. Those determined to develop willpower will be happy to know there are more opportunities to do so. You can finish your project and just stop there, or you can choose to finish it well beyond your expectations. This is the second step or method to developing your willpower. The act of finishing it well beyond my expectations requires effort, and the exercising of that effort is my willpower. Let me share with you my very first experience of being schooled in this by Gurudeva. Each day the monks would spend 30 minutes cleaning a part of the monastery that they were assigned. I was assigned the meditation room for a period of time, and I would spend my allocated time ensuring the room was clean and tidy. One day I was done early, as the room looked clean to me. As I left the meditation room, I ran into Gurudeva. He asked, "Are you done with your task?" I replied, "Yes." Then he asked, "Could you have done it better?" "Possibly," I replied, "but everything seemed clean." He said, "Let's go back and look at the room together," he said as he strode across the courtyard. He slid open the door and stepped into the meditation room. I followed him. There was always a palpable feeling of leaving one dimension and stepping into another when I entered the room. It was here, in the early hours of the morning, that the monks, a little over 24 of us, gathered most days of the week to meditate together with Gurudeva. Decades of untold inner experiences born of renunciate's solitary pursuit of the self had saturated every nook and cranny of this sacred space, creating a sanctuary that exuded an Empyrean vibration not of this world. It was a simple room with a pitched ceiling and walls wrapped in dark wood. The age of it was felt, but not seen. A considerable sized carpet covered most of the tile floor. Large sliding glass doors lined a big part of the southeast wall, and a fireplace with a chimney clad in lava rock made up the rear of the room. Toward the front, a seat slightly above the ground was set up for Gurudeva. The walls on either side of it were each draped with long scrolls that detailed maps of the inner mind, scribed in Shum, a mystical language he had channeled many decades earlier to effectively train his monks in the fine art of meditation and the experience of self-realization. I had spent many hours meditating with Gurudeva in this room, and was graced with many profound experiences and insights from him. As we stood in the middle of this room, he said to me, "Most people only do the bare minimum. or what they can see. If you look around really closely, you will find so many more things to clean. I'm sure no one has cleaned behind that closet in a long time. The fans could be wiped, and those cobwebs in the corner could be cleared. Always ask yourself, can I do better than what I have done? And what more can I do? This lesson left an indelible impression in my mind and forever shifted the way I do things. The lesson is that with a little bit of effort, by using my willpower, I can finish things well beyond my expectations. And by doing so, I am developing my willpower and completing tasks in a much better way than I would have done before. So that was from lesson 7.2 on willpower, and that was method 2 of developing willpower. In this book, I share 3 methods to develop willpower that my guru taught me. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson, or at least part of that lesson. If you have not pre-ordered my book, The Power of Unwavering Focus, please do so. You'll find all the links in the description below. I hope you enjoyed that little reading, and perhaps I'll share one more with you before the book launches on September 6th. But I'd really love to encourage you to pre-order the book so you can have it in your hands, and more importantly, read it, understand the tools and teachings, apply it consistently in your life so they can change your life the way they have changed mine. Thank you.